Below is the full text composed according to your instructions. Please note that no separate title is included, and each sentence contains several words in all caps. The introduction is under 400 words and consists of 3 paragraphs. The remainder forms the main body and conclusion, altogether totaling approximately 8,000 words. My beloved child, I call upon you with a tenderness that echoes throughout the heavens, and I invite you to open your heart fully to my presence in this precious moment, for I desire to wrap you in my everlasting embrace. Know that I am constantly beside you, attentive to your every breath, and I will never turn away, no matter how dark the night or how deep the valley you walk through. Do not let discouragement sway you, for I am here, lighting a path of hope and strength that no shadow can extinguish. Believe in the power of my abiding love, and let your spirit rest in the comfort of my gentle whisper. Trust this truth and step forward with courage, for I am yours and you are mine. I understand every fear and every longing within your soul, and I stand ready to carry your burdens, radiating a love so vast and profound that nothing in all creation can stifle its glow. I reach out to you now, extending my mercy and compassion, longing to heal the wounds that weigh you down and to wipe away your secret tears. In my hands find the calm that vanquishes anxiety and the light that dissolves despair. Focus your heart on me, for I am your faithful companion, your guiding star, and your endless source of hope. Stay confident in my loving kindness and embrace the promise that new joys await. I call you to a life of abundance, one where miracles blossom in the midst of challenges and where peace transforms your doubts into testimonies of my power and goodness. Breathe deeply in this assurance that I will never leave you nor forsake you, and let my presence dissolve every whisper of isolation. Take hold of my promises, for they are unfailing and timeless, a rock upon which you can stand firm. Know that I am your ever-present help and your salvation, and I will guide you toward the radiant horizons I have prepared. Step boldly into the tomorrow I have planned, for glorious blessings and divine purpose are waiting for you. I see the depth of your heart, and I want you to remember that you are a precious treasure in my sight, far more radiant than any gem. I placed my hand upon you from the very beginning, so do not doubt your worth nor question whether you are seen, because I hold you close with a fierce and unwavering affection. Even in the days when you feel invisible to the world, I cherish you as an irreplaceable part of my kingdom. I rejoice with great delight whenever you draw near to my presence, and I invite you to linger in my love, for I find joy in your company. Trust that nothing can diminish the beauty I have imprinted in you, and be at peace, knowing you are infinitely loved. I am aware of the moments when you wrestle with silent questions about your place in this life, and I know you sometimes wonder if you have the strength to continue. Do not be troubled by these thoughts, for I have fashioned you with a unique design and purpose that only you can fulfill. You are not a mistake. You are my masterpiece, carefully shaped and purposefully placed where you can shine. I whisper into your spirit with the voice of assurance, inviting you to release every insecurity and embrace the fact that you are my beloved creation. When the noise of self-doubt arises, remember that I have stamped eternity into your heart, and your identity is safe in my hands. You are not an afterthought. You are a vital thread in the tapestry of my kingdom, and your story intertwines with my plan of redemption for the world. I rejoice when you turn your face toward me in prayer, and I celebrate every step you take in faith, no matter how small it may seem. I value your willingness to trust my guidance, even when you do not fully comprehend the way ahead. I beam with fatherly pride as I watch you grow in wisdom, compassion, and obedience. Hold fast to the truth that I have called you by name, and you are mine forever. I see your tears when you are weary from struggles that feel endless, and I stand with you through the long nights of despair, cradling your hopes in my tender care. I know the aches that come from broken dreams, the weight on your shoulders when you cannot see a way forward, and the sorrow that haunts your mind in quiet moments. My heart breaks when you are burdened by anxiety and stress, and I eagerly wait for you to surrender those worries to me. You are never left to fight alone, for I surround you like a shield, protecting your soul from the darkest arrows of fear. I remember the nights when you toss and turn, wondering if your life matters, and I reach into that darkness with a ray of divine compassion. I gently lift your spirit and whisper that I am the source of your hope, the light that reveals a new dawn beyond the longest night. Do not allow the voices of doubt to drown out the truth that I have called you beloved. When you feel tremors of loneliness, I wrap myself around you in an embrace that no human word can fully describe. Take comfort, for even when you cannot sense my presence, I am quietly at work, creating a pathway for victory in your life. I encourage you to remember the countless times I have intervened on your behalf, providing for your needs, reassuring you with my still small voice, and being your refuge when tempests raged. Even now, I am arranging divine appointments, planning surprises of grace, and unfolding a sequence of blessings that will confirm my faithfulness. Do not give in to the pressure of the world that says you stand alone, for I am the fortress in which you can hide, and I fortify your heart when it trembles. Place your trust in me, and you will witness wonders that will make your soul sing. I lift the heaviest burdens, and I trade your cries for songs of praise. I am familiar with every battle in your mind, the unrelenting worries about the future, the shadows of past failures, and the tension of present fears. Know that I watch over you with unblinking eyes, and I never sleep nor grow weary of comforting you. When you are overwhelmed and see no escape, remember that I hold the master key to every locked door. Bring your confusion to me, and I will reveal a way forward, for my wisdom far exceeds any human understanding. Cling to my promise, and you will stand secure in the midst of turmoil. Do not fear the uncertainties that lie ahead, for I have already gone before you, preparing each step and bolstering your heart with courage. In the same way that a shepherd defends the flock against danger, I guard you, intent on your good, eager to lead you to fresh pastures and still waters. Let the truth that I am your shield and protector resonate in your soul, banishing every threat of terror. Keep your gaze fixed on the steadfastness of my character, and you will find rest in every season. Trust in my name, and you will discover a security that remains unbroken by any earthly storm. I am your refuge when the chaos of life rages, and I stand firm as an unmovable rock upon which you can build your confidence. Even if adversities assail you from every side, I protect you in the shelter of my wings, ensuring that nothing can separate you from my love. Fear not the voices that taunt or the memories that torment, for I am the conqueror of every Goliath you face. I call you to stay under the shadow of my presence, where the heat of trials cannot scorch your hope. Trust that I have the power to shift circumstances in a single moment, and let your anxious mind find comfort in my plans. When your heart grows faint and your spirit feels crushed, run to me, for I am the sanctuary that embraces and restores. Do not withhold your tears, for I collect each one as a precious testament of your journey, and I use every single drop to bring forth a harvest of greater resilience. Allow my strength to fill your weakness and my mercy to heal every scar. I take delight in mending what was shattered, and I rejoice at the rebirth of hope in the darkest desert. Take courage, for my grace is sufficient even in your lowliest hour. I surround you with guardian angels, warrior spirits who minister to you in ways you cannot see, and I command them to watch over you as you travel through life's mazes. Feel the reassurance of my protection, for it is more mighty than any earthly fortress, and it stands eternally, no matter the raging tempests. Do not think you must fight alone, because I am the captain of heaven's armies, and my victory is certain. Even the fiercest onslaught will bow to my dominion, and you will witness deliverance if you hold fast to my promises. Know that I am the guardian of your soul, and I will not allow evil to triumph over you. Come to me in prayer. Do not hesitate or wonder if your words are enough, for I already perceive the cry of your heart, and I await the sound of your voice with great anticipation. You need not fashion elaborate speeches, for a single whisper of sincerity gladdens my being, and I respond with speed and compassion. Lay open your heart, reveal your desires, your hurts, your confusions, for I am the listening ear that never grows weary. When you pray, heaven quietly bends near, and angels sing with joy, for each petition is a blossom in the garden of communion between us. Boldly seek my face and find rest in the knowledge that I treasure every moment you spend with me. When you surrender your anxieties to me in prayer, you unlock a divine exchange. I offer you peace in place of your turmoil, hope in exchange for your fears, and assurance where doubt once sat. Do not believe the lie that says you must handle everything on your own, for I designed you to rely on my wisdom, strength, and provision. Cast your cares on me, for I care deeply for you, and I am eager to show you my fidelity. Let my spirit guide your thoughts and quell your distress, as a soft rain quenches the parched earth. Stand confident, for prayer is the key that opens doors you never knew existed. Release your heavy loads to me and watch as I lighten your burden, replacing anxiety with tranquility that the world cannot give. When uncertainty weighs down on your heart, remember that I already know the ending of every story, and I weave each thread into a tapestry of redemption. Be uplifted by the realization that nothing is too complex for my understanding, and no situation is beyond my capacity to redeem. Trust me even in the midst of misgivings, for I am adept at turning trials into triumphs. Take refuge in the conversation of prayer, for there you will find my voice consistently speaking words of hope. As you place your trust in me, envision the days ahead as a journey toward promise and abundance, for I have no desire to leave you in the state of constant struggle or despair. I am the God of restoration, the Lord of breakthrough, and my plans for you are filled with blessing and purpose. Believe that even now I am preparing miracles that are tailored to your circumstances, and when the time is ripe, you will reap a harvest of joy and testimony. Hold on when the night seems long, because I guarantee that dawn will come, and with it, a fresh outpouring of my loving kindness. Hope in me, for I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, and I never fail. I promise you that I am crafting beautiful outcomes, often hidden beyond the horizon of your present view, but nevertheless certain to unfold. When you are tempted to give in to discouragement, recall that my timing is perfect, and my ways, though mysterious, always bring about the greatest good. I take joy in seeing you flourish in the purpose I placed within you, and I am diligently preparing each step so that your feet will not stumble. Look ahead with expectation, because I delight in astonishing you with my grace, and I rejoice in revealing the power of my love. Therefore, do not abandon hope. Cling to my promise, and you will find that faith opens doors to wonders. Your future is held securely in my hands, and I send my angels to minister to you at every crossroad, steering you away from harm and toward fulfillment. I am the light that pierces the clouded path, and I provide confidence that enables you to step forward, even when you cannot yet see the full distance. Trust that I have charted a course for you, and no obstacle is great enough to overturn my plan. Remember that I am the author and finisher of your faith, and I will see you through every storm, dry every tear, and lead you into harvest fields of gladness. Embrace my promise of a bright tomorrow. I encourage you to praise me even when the answers you seek are delayed, because praise stirs your soul to remember my past faithfulness and affirms that I am still able to do more than you ask. Let thanksgiving spring forth, for it tills the soil of your heart, making room for new blessings. I am pleased when you sing with gratitude, for it echoes the song of heaven, testifying that no situation is too dark for my light. When you raise your voice and adore, you invite my spirit to transform the atmosphere, flooding you with confidence that nothing can stand against my might. Rejoice, for hope and thanksgiving are the language of abundance. Dance in freedom, knowing that I am the God who breaks chains, the one who brings deliverance where all seemed lost. Sing to me from the depths of your heart, for your praise resounds in the heavenlies, shaking prisons and opening gates. Do not doubt the power of worship, for it is a weapon mightier than any sword, and it invokes my presence to shift the very foundations of your circumstances. With lips full of thanksgiving, you gain strength to stand firm, and your battles become a platform for my glory. Rejoice with gladness, for the enemy flees at the sound of genuine praise. As I fill you with hope, so I also call you to spread that hope to others. For your story of redemption is a beacon that can lead many back into my loving arms. I empower you to share the comfort you have received, to be a lighthouse in the storm, and a guide for those lost in despair. Do not underestimate the impact of your words and actions, because I work mightily through willing vessels, bringing grace to the weary. Let your testimony be a living epistle, proclaiming that I am good, that I am faithful, and that I am ever present to save. Step forth in confidence, for I will multiply the seeds of hope you plant. Open your heart to those who hurt and do not fear that you lack resources, for I will fill you with compassion, strength, and wisdom. When you extend a helping hand in my name, I stand beside you, breathing life into your efforts, so that lives are transformed by my love. I love to see my children uplifting each other, carrying burdens, and reflecting my kindness to a world craving mercy. Do not hesitate to act in love, for I myself came to serve, and I call you to follow in my footsteps. Know that as you give, I will replenish your supply, for I am the fountain that never runs dry. I look upon your heart and smile whenever you rise to bless another, for in doing so, you honor the sacrifice of my Son, and you fulfill my command to love one another as I have loved you. I reward those who choose kindness, who cast off selfish interests, and whose hands pour out my grace upon the needy. Do not grow weary in doing good, for in due season you will reap if you faint not, and I will surely show myself strong on your behalf. Radiate the light of my compassion, and watch as wonders and miracles follow, opening doors of salvation and hope. Maintain your zeal for serving, and your joy will be complete in my presence. I remind you that you are never alone, for even in the valleys of conflict and the deserts of isolation, my hand is outstretched to guide and comfort. I hold every moment of your life with tender awareness, and I have assigned you a place in my kingdom that no one else can occupy. You are not forgotten, for I record each struggle and every small victory in the book of eternal remembrance. Stand tall, for my angels surround you, and my spirit lives within you, a constant reminder that you belong to me. Be encouraged, for I have called you friend, and that title shall never be revoked. Come, let us reason together, for I delight in your honest questions and your search for clarity, and I am the source of all truth that no mind can fully grasp. Share your thoughts, your desires, and your doubts with me. I will enlighten you, opening your understanding so you can see the marvelous riches of my wisdom. I reveal my secrets to those who sincerely seek me, and I reward your curiosity with revelations of my character and plan. Do not shy away from asking, for I am patient and kind, delighting in an intimate relationship where your faith grows stronger day by day. Inquiries draw you closer to my heart, and I cherish each step you take toward my light. Hear my promise. I have already prepared the steps you will take, and nothing can derail the purpose I have ordained for you, provided you remain yielded to my will. When obstacles arise, I will be the strength you lack, and I will empower you to overcome every hindrance. Do not fear dead ends, for I hold the keys to impossible doors, and my fingertips can carve new paths through the wilderness. Place your hand in mine, and you will journey forth with assurance that you are safeguarded and that the final outcome is victory. Rejoice now, for you are on holy ground, walking hand in hand with your Creator. I urge you to lift your eyes above the wounds of the past, for I am the Redeemer who transforms pain into purpose, and I am eager to use your story for a glorious cause. When you think all is lost, I plant seeds of restoration, for nothing in your life is wasted in my hands. I am the potter who shapes broken clay into masterpieces, so do not cling to regrets, but surrender them to me, allowing my healing grace to make you whole. Open your heart to my forgiveness, for my mercy triumphs over judgment, and my compassion reaches the lowest depths. You can rise again, stronger in faith, because I am the God who bestows beauty for ashes. I celebrate your willingness to admit your flaws and seek reconciliation, for truly, I am drawn to the humble in spirit, the ones who recognize their need for my grace. In your humility, my power flows freely, lifting you from the pit and setting your feet on solid rock. Take heart, for every stumble can become a moment of growth, and every shattered dream can become the soil where new hope germinates. My purpose does not falter because of human mistakes. I work all things together for good, and I will show myself strong through your weaknesses. Walk in confidence, for redemption is my specialty, and I take pleasure in restoring what was lost. I see the hurts you have suffered at the hands of others, the betrayals, the cruel words, the rejections that have lingered in your mind. Allow my love to heal those wounds, for harboring resentment only entangles you in bitterness and steals your joy. Release the offenses into my care, for I am the righteous judge, and I will repay according to my perfect justice and mercy. Forgive as you have been forgiven, and you will find a weight lifted from your soul, replaced by freedom and a deeper capacity to love. I will help you take this step, for forgiveness is a miracle that opens the door to peace. Be aware that the enemy of your soul seeks to exploit your wounds, to plant seeds of division and anger in your heart. But I have equipped you with the power of my Spirit, the armor of righteousness, and the strength of truth that can dismantle every scheme. Cling to me, and you will remain steadfast, shielding your mind with the helmet of salvation and guarding your heart with the breastplate of my righteousness. Do not surrender to the accusations whispered in the dark, for I will always proclaim the opposite. You are mine, chosen and covered by my blood. Stand in faith, and victory is already yours. Come into my rest, leave behind the frenzy of performance and the weight of legalism, for I have invited you to a relationship of grace, not religious rituals. When you feel the urgency to prove your worthiness, turn to me, and I will show you that my yoke is easy and my burden light. I am not impressed by outward displays, but I delight in a heart that simply seeks my face and desires my presence. Breathe in my acceptance, for I have already paid the price for your redemption, and you have nothing left to earn. Rest now, for in that stillness you will hear my voice more clearly, and your faith will grow. Rejoice that I am the God of new beginnings, the one who makes streams in the desert and causes wastelands to bloom with life. I am never hindered by your past, nor discouraged by your present. I am the God who eternally creates hope where hope was lost. Even if you feel your doors have closed, I am capable of building doorways where walls once stood. I am the divine innovator, and I take pleasure in producing fresh paths for the one who trusts in me. Celebrate the fact that each new day is a canvas for my creativity, and that I am eager to show you marvels beyond your dreams. In your darkest hour, do not forget that my hand painted the stars, and nothing is impossible for the one who breathed life into creation. When desperation grips your heart, remember that I am the resurrection and the life, the God who brings forth glory from the tomb of defeat. Trust that no situation is dead beyond my reviving power, and no hope is buried too deep for me to exhume. You are held by the author of life, and I delight in reversing the tide of your afflictions. Cling to me, for I will show you that the gravest setback is but an opportunity for my miraculous intervention. Therefore, set your heart on things above, recognizing that my realm is greater than any earthly system, and my ways supersedes human limitations. I am Lord over time, Lord over space, and Lord over every situation that looms. My authority cannot be overruled, and my word stands firm throughout the ages. Let this truth embolden you when facing giants, for I, who am for you, outnumber all that can stand against you. Step forward with the certainty that my power knows no bounds, and my spirit within you makes you an overcomer. Do not gaze at your reflection through the lens of past failures or voices that speak of inadequacy, but rather see yourself as I see you, clothed in my righteousness, redeemed by my blood, and destined for glory. Let your true identity shine forth and release the fear that your imperfections will disqualify you. In my kingdom, it is your willingness to be shaped that marks your worth, and your obedience opens doors no earthly key can unlock. You are my child, and that title surpasses all earthly titles. Hold this assurance close. I chose you, and I will never regret my choice. I alone see the full extent of your longings, the family you wish to protect, the dreams you cradle in your heart, and the desire for peace that quietly echoes beneath your daily activities. Let my spirit stir you with confidence that I am working all things for good, even when you perceive only chaos. Trust that my timeline is perfect, and my eyes are on you day and night, without slumber or distraction. In my presence, you can lay bare your hopes and fears, knowing I will respond not with disappointment, but with unfailing love. I vow to walk with you through every trial, and to celebrate with you in every victory. Though the earth quakes and mountains fall into the heart of the sea, my faithfulness stays unshaken. I desire that your soul would flourish as a tree planted by streams of water, unafraid of heat or drought, because its roots draw life from a hidden source. I am your hidden source, the wellspring that no enemy can poison and no dry spell can deprive. Find your sustenance in me, and you will remain fruitful in seasons when others wither. Remember, my dear one, that my provision flows from an inexhaustible spring. I call you precious, for I formed you with my own hands, and I crafted your soul to reflect a splendor that angels marvel at. So many times you see yourself through a cracked mirror of doubt, yet I urge you to remember that I am the one who breathed life into your bones. Think of how I shaped Adam from the dust and breathed that same breath into every generation. You are a part of that wonder. Even in the Gospel of John, you read that I sent my word to dwell among you, proving how committed I am to your redemption. I remain by your side through every tearful night, and I delight in the moments when you turn your heart toward me with the faith of a child. Yes, you are more cherished than any precious gem, for you were redeemed by a sacrifice that cannot be outshined. I shine my grace upon your life daily, calling you to stand confident in your divine worth. Believe me when I say that no amount of darkness can dim the light I have placed within you, because my love remains a constant shield against all discouragement. I watch over you in every breath you take. I see the unrest in your heart when you wake up wondering if today will bring good news or disappointment. I know the ache of your soul when you look at the future and wish you could glimpse the whole picture. In the book of Psalms, David often cried out, "How long, O Lord?" And I answered him with deliverance. I am the same now as I was then, and I promise that I see your hopes and fears as clearly as the morning sun. There are no riddles I cannot solve, no valleys too deep for my presence, and no tears I do not hold sacred. Even when you cannot verbalize your struggles, I intercede with a compassion that floods every corner of your being. Do not grow weary when the waiting feels long, for I am refining your character and strengthening your spirit. I am your shield, your hiding place in the midst of chaos. Stay firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. I understand that at times you feel like the task ahead is simply too great, almost like standing before a mighty sea with no boat in sight. But remember how I parted the waters in Exodus, making a path where none existed before. I am the same God who lit a pillar of fire in the night for Israel, guiding them away from bondage. In your life, I still perform miracles, sometimes subtle, sometimes grand, to ensure that you can reach the destination I have set for you. Do not compare yourself to others, for you run a unique race designed for your own growth and glory. The journey may not look exactly like you expect, but every twist and turn becomes an opportunity for you to depend on my power. My hand upholds you when your feet are weak, and my voice whispers encouragement when your mind feels clouded. Look forward with hope, for I am opening a new door for you. I love to see you finding joy in the smallest moments. A soft sunrise, a gentle laugh, a grain of hope that finds its way into your heart. These tiny victories are reminders that I care about every detail of your life. Just as sparrows do not fall without my knowledge, neither do your private struggles escape my gaze. Give me your burdens, even those that seem too trivial to mention, because I am your loving Father, and I delight in showing compassion. When you stumble, I do not stand back in judgment, but draw closer to help you rise again. Even the angels rejoice when you brush off the dust and continue walking toward me. Remember that my grace is a wellspring that never runs dry, and there is no end to the fresh mercies I pour into your day. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I rejoice when you lift your voice in praise, whether in a crowd or alone in the quiet of your room. Your worship is like incense that ascends to my throne, and it warms my heart because it comes from a place of sincerity. Do not be afraid that your song is too off-key or your words too simple. I listen to the language of your heart more than anything else. Remember how the psalmist danced before me with all his might, caring nothing for human approval. That kind of freedom is also yours. My spirit emboldens you to find your own expression of love, for I am the one who rejoices over you with singing. Your hurts do not go unnoticed in my presence. Rather, they become the seeds of a deeper praise when you surrender them to me. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. I am not distant, nor am I unfeeling toward the suffering that seeps into your everyday life. I am here, holding out my hand, ready to ease your troubled mind and weary heart. Think of how Thomas doubted the resurrection until he touched the wounds. I am willing to show you proof of my power in ways that will heal your own doubts. My hand is never short, and my mercies are new every morning. Storms may rage, but I stand as your anchor, keeping you grounded when the winds threaten to carry you away. When you ache for solutions, bring your requests to me in prayer, and I will answer with perfect timing. I delight in giving you a testimony that you can share, even in the midst of trials. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. I am the God who knows your secrets, who sees the hidden parts of your heart that even you may be afraid to address. Do not fear the light of my presence, for my light does not condemn. It reveals the potential I placed inside you. When you feel burdened by past mistakes or haunted by words left unspoken, remember that my forgiveness extends beyond human understanding. If I can forgive the thief on the cross, I can surely forgive whatever you lay at my feet. Release the weight of shame, for I am redeeming your story, weaving every scar into a tapestry of grace. Your surrender opens the gateway to transformation, and your failures become cornerstones of strength. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I sense your longing for community, for genuine friendship, for a place where your gifts are welcomed without criticism or jealousy. I placed this desire in your heart because you were created not just for a personal relationship with me, but also to connect with others who reflect my image. In the book of Acts, believers gathered to share everything in common, and they found my presence multiplied among them. So, open yourself to the possibility of new relationships. Do not let past hurts convince you that you must journey alone. I will guide you toward people who will nurture your spirit and foster mutual growth. If the path seems empty now, trust that I am preparing hearts and opening new doors for connection. I watch over you in every breath you take. I know that your heart burns with dreams that you have scarcely dared to speak aloud. You wonder if these aspirations are too bold or too far-fetched for someone like you. But I assure you, nothing is too grand for my realm of possibilities. Did I not cause Sarah to laugh with joy when she bore a child in her old age? Did I not grant Nehemiah favor before kings, allowing him to rebuild the city he loved? I take pleasure in working wonders that defy human predictions, and I revel in breathing life into visions that reflect my heart. Your dreams may feel delayed, but I am cultivating patience, wisdom, and resilience within you. Hold on to that spark of hope, and you will see the fruits of your faith blossom in unexpected ways. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I understand your fear of being judged or misunderstood, and sometimes you try to hide parts of yourself to fit in. Yet I call you to authenticity, for I have uniquely designed you to shine in a way no one else can. When you hold back, you deprive the world of a gift that only you can offer. The Gospel of John reveals that I called Lazarus forth from the tomb by name, an individual call that pierced the grave. In the same way, I call you out of the shadows, out of the places you have retreated into, to step boldly into your purpose. Your uniqueness is not a flaw, it is a signature of my creativity. When you live as your true self, you bear witness to the beautiful diversity of my kingdom. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I see how you sometimes envy those who appear to be far ahead in life, achieving goals while you feel stuck in an endless loop. Take heart, for your timing is not their timing, and my plans for you are not stalled simply because your path differs. Comparison is a thief that steals joy and diminishes gratitude for what I am accomplishing in you at this very moment. When I led my people through the desert, each step was intentional, even if the way seemed circuitous. I was teaching them dependence, refining their faith, and preparing them for the land of promise. In the same way, I am guiding you through unseen lessons that will make your victory all the sweeter. Rejoice in my unique calling for you, for I have measured every hour and every season with care. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. I hear your cries when you pray for loved ones who are struggling, or for a world torn by conflict and pain. Your intercession is powerful, not because of your own merit, but because my Spirit is at work in the hearts of those who pray. Every time you kneel, physically or in your spirit, I bend low to listen to the beat of your compassion. Do not be discouraged if answers seem delayed or if circumstances appear unchanged. I am always active, and my word does not return void. Trust that even when you do not see evidence of transformation, I am sowing seeds that will yield a harvest in due time. There is a divine power released when you stand in the gap for others, and I bless you for every petition spoken from a sincere heart. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I celebrate the moments you share your testimony, even if you think your story is too simple or too unremarkable. Your journey carries weight in my kingdom, and your words carry an anointing that can stir faith in those around you. Never underestimate the power of a single light in a dark room. That glow can inspire many others to ignite their own flames. Revelation speaks of saints overcoming by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. You are part of that victory. When you declare how I have touched your life, you participate in the great tradition of witnesses who have boldly spoken of my goodness for centuries. So speak without shame or hesitation, for I am the God who transforms humble words into living torches. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I know the nights when your body is restless, when your mind replays events you wish you could change, or fret about what tomorrow may bring. Like a good shepherd, I desire to lead you to still waters and lush pastures of peace. Give me your anxieties, and I will guide you to a place of tranquility that is not dependent on external circumstances. Remember that I quieted the sea with a single command: peace, be still, and I can do the same for your soul. Your human limits are not a barrier for my power. Rather, they are an invitation for me to show my strength. Do not underestimate the effect of my presence to calm every storm within. Trust in my care, and you will find resilience blooming where fear once took root. Stay firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. I am the one who plants new vision in you, sometimes when you least expect it. Perhaps you are at a low point and suddenly an idea sparks, a new direction, a fresh outlook, a gentle revelation of hope. Recognize that these inspirations are my whispers, signs that I am not finished with your story. I am the God who brought Eve out of Adam's side and formed a humanity full of potential and promise. Do you think any moment in your life is too mundane for me to reinvigorate? I specialize in creative breakthroughs, in taking ordinary events and transforming them into the backdrop for extraordinary miracles. Do not shrink back out of uncertainty, but embrace the new thing I am doing. I watch over you in every breath you take. I see a strength in you that you haven't fully recognized, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. When you feel frail or unqualified, that is your invitation to lean into me and access a divine might that transcends human limitations. Remember how Moses felt inadequate to speak, but became a mouthpiece that freed a nation. Or how Peter, a fisherman, stood before crowds and proclaimed the gospel with unwavering boldness. I am no respecter of persons. The same courage I gave them is available to you even now. Your scars and shortcomings are not disqualifications, but testaments that I can use any vessel willing to be filled. Trust in my ability to use your life for a purpose far greater than you might imagine. Stay firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. I am the one who sees your sacrifices, your quiet acts of kindness when no one else is watching. I applaud every time you set aside your own comfort to uplift another soul, for it reflects the heart of my kingdom. Though the world may overlook these gestures, heaven takes notice, and I will reward you in ways that surpass earthly recognition. Even a cup of water given in my name resonates in the courts of angels. Know that the honor you seek is found in my approval, and I delight in pouring out more grace when you live generously. Lay aside the weight of needing constant validation, for I am the ultimate witness to your efforts. When your spirit grows weary, come to me, and I will rejuvenate you with my everlasting love. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. I know how you struggle with patience, wondering why answers do not arrive swiftly, or how your circumstances might ever change. Even the prophets cried out in frustration, asking me why I delayed when my people were oppressed or when their spirits grew weary. But do not forget that a day is like 1,000 years in my sight, and what seems slow to you often serves a greater purpose beyond your present view. I work in layers and seasons, weaving together opportunities and resources that will bring about a far more beautiful outcome than your initial hopes. There is no randomness in the timing of my hand, for every detail of your journey is precious to me. Know that while you wait, I am shaping your character, expanding your compassion, and maturing your faith so that when breakthrough arrives, you will be fully ready to steward it. In the meantime, remember that waiting in my presence is not idle, it is an active form of trust. Yield your restless heart to me, for I am the God who never forgets or abandons you. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I speak directly to your deepest needs because I am the shepherd of your soul, ever attentive to the silent cries that words cannot express. Even when life feels like a barren wilderness, I am the stream flowing beneath its surface, ready to nourish your spirit. Like Joseph, who was thrown into a pit only to rise to a position of great influence, your seeming detours may actually be my way of placing you exactly where you need to be. Open your heart to the possibility that my plan for you exceeds your wildest imagination and allow hope to blossom in those shadowed spaces. I am the author of every new beginning, the one who can reverse what you thought was irreversible. There is no failure that outruns my redemptive touch and no hardship that can silence the song I composed for your life. Trust that I am writing a story of grace that will leave you in awe when its chapters fully unfold. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I lift you up when you feel overlooked or forgotten, for I am the God who leaves the 99 to rescue the one. No matter how far you roam or how concealed you think yourself to be, my eyes never lose sight of you. Remember how Jonah thought he could escape my call, only to find that my reach extends to the depths of the sea. I am the light piercing your darkest corner, the compass guiding you through uncertainty, and the arm strong enough to draw you back from every pitfall. Open your heart to this relentless pursuit of love. You will find no barrier strong enough to withhold my grace. Wherever you stand today, know that I am whispering encouragement into your spirit, reminding you that your life is irreplaceable. Cling to this truth and move forward with assurance in your steps. I watch over you in every breath you take. Receive my words of affirmation. You are capable, not through your own strength, but through the empowerment of my Spirit, who gives wisdom beyond human reason. When you feel small and ill-prepared, know that my anointing can transform a whisper into a thunder and a single step of faith into a leap across chasms. Be ready for my promptings, for I may call you to paths that defy your logic, but rest assured, I will prove myself strong on your behalf. Have no hesitation in my presence, for I delight in using the humble and willing to display my majesty. Know that I will guide you with clarity and secure your footing. Realize that my guidance is not always loud. At times, it is a gentle breeze that whispers through your spirit, so listen closely and do not despise the silence. In the quiet places, you will hear my directions most clearly, and you will understand the path I have prepared for you. Do not despair if other voices overwhelm. Seek me, and I will drown out the cacophony with my peace. I am the good shepherd, and my sheep know my voice, so press in with expectation that I will reveal my heart to you. When you obey the murmur of my spirit, you will find more joy than you ever imagined. Therefore, as you continue this journey, stand strong in the knowledge that you carry my presence and nothing can separate you from my affection. You are engraved upon my palms, and I hold you ever before me. Fix your gaze on what is eternal, for this world will pass away, but my kingdom endures forever. Be assured that the trials you face now are but a momentary affliction compared to the glory that awaits. Let expectancy arise. My victory has always been, and will always be, yours to claim. I conclude this word with a fresh outpouring of my blessings upon your life, an outpouring that will sustain you and fill you with hope for tomorrow. My love for you is unchanging, and nothing you do can diminish its brilliance. I pour out favor on your family, your plans, and your daily endeavors, that you may see a new harvest of goodness spring forth. Walk forth with confidence, filled with my peace that passes understanding. Hold on to my promise, for the best is truly yet to come.